Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of November 18th. Before we get started, as always, we have to shout the Patreon supporters, the wonderful Patreon supporters. We have Mario Casillas, RetPallyRocks, Nick Rada, Peter Burnham, RetSpecOps, and Joe Glocks. Thank you guys so much for that support. You guys are awesome. Now let's go ahead and hop in and talk about what's going on in the game for this week. Let's start. We have Midnight Beta going on. We have regular retail. We have, of course, still Legion Remix. A lot of people still enjoying Legion Remix. So let's go ahead and go through these things, okay? So we'll start off in retail. So retail, we have the WoW's 21st anniversary going on. This is mostly just a continuation of last year's stuff. Doesn't appear to be much anything new that anyone has that pointed out to me, at least. Maybe there's a couple new like transmogs or something like that, right? So if you have time, you can go down to the anniversary place, probably in Tenaris. I imagine they didn't change that if they didn't change anything else. And because I still haven't actually gone there yet. You can actually go there, check it out, whatever. If you didn't do stuff from last year, you can still do that stuff. I believe the BRD stuff is still there with Emperor Thessarian and all that. Kind of like classic WoW nostalgia stuff that you can do as well. But it's just mostly a continuation, nothing huge or new with that. Of course, you do get the 10% experience and stuff like that as well. And there's some way at the anniversary to get even more experience added on to that. So that is an option if you're trying to level up a character. Maybe you're returning, you're not really into leveling or whatever questing, so you want to do that. That's obviously an option for you. This week we also have Arena Skirmish bonus event, and we also have PvP Brawl Temple Hot Muga. And then, of course, we have the beginning of Pilgrim's Brownie towards the very end of the week. I imagine they'll add something there. Pilgrim's Brownie has never been a huge one with like rewards, but I'm sure they'll add like something, a toy, something, right? So that'll be coming towards the end of the week. Other than that, in the actual normal version of the game, there's not a ton going on. In a couple weeks, we will have like the pre-patch event. We'll have the Brawlers Guild. There'll be a lot of stuff happening in December in the regular game, and that's I'll be transitioning a lot into that, especially when it first comes out, doing any kind of pre-patch stuff, doing the Brawlers Guild, and probably making video about that. So I'll be transitioning back into that a lot in December, but there's not a ton going on right now. There's some people still pushing the Mythic Plus score. Of course, if you are in a later end CE guild like I was in for so long, you're still working on that, which is fine. But there's nothing too new for like a couple weeks on the regular retail version of the game. Let's quickly hit up on Legion Remix. Legion Remix, I mostly finished Legion Remix, right? I got my versatility 999. I got the plus 49 achievement. I did it solo, did videos on all that stuff. I might do like a challenge thing this coming week even. Maybe I'll try to do like a plus 60 solo on for a video. Obviously, plus 60s are not the hardest thing, but it's still like a barrier that I haven't crossed yet because I haven't been playing. This particular week, actually, I was going to try to push my key up just to kind of like get it ready for when that was come. But the fixes this week were actually terrible and not fun at all to deal with. So I have pushed my key up a little bit, but maybe I'll try to do like a 60 on a video or something just for fun for all the Legion Remix enjoyers if I have time, because other than that, there's not really much else to talk on Legion Remix, because on Midnight Beta this week is going to supposedly be opening up the dungeon testing specifically, but also maybe some of the raid testing, some of the other end game testing as well starting this week, which hopefully means, people who have the beta can make characters level 90. I did level up my character into 90 if they don't give us profiles that we can make. And then hopefully like gear you can buy from vendors. We can test out the gear. I'm hoping the damage meter will be active. I mean, if it's not, it's going to be a huge fumble by Blizzard if they don't even have like their first, because I guarantee they have a working model on their end, but it might not be up to, polish or whatever. I hope they at least implement something for this so we can talk about all the damage numbers and stuff as well, because I think that's really interesting with our Paladin. But I'll be in the dungeons testing, especially, this week is dungeon testing, so I'll probably focus a lot on dungeons, and I'll be in there doing everything for our Paladin on the beta. Really looking forward to that. I was actually hoping there maybe be some news or patch notes today. There's still technically time. I say today because I recorded on Monday. If you can see the box highlighted on Monday, I recorded Monday night. And then release it Tuesday, basically at midnight. And so I was hoping maybe some patch notes would come out, but that was not the case. So at least maybe there'll be some hot fixes thrown out here in the next few minutes or something. But I was hoping maybe something would happen today, but not really. So that's where we are with that. But yeah, so kind of going to be not too busy. I'll probably be mostly focused on the beta for this week because of the dungeon testing and whatnot. Maybe like a level 60 challenge on Legion Remix. That's a possibility. And of course, not a ton to do on retail, unfortunately. So I probably won't be on regular retail. So I probably won't be doing too much on regular retail until December, when again, Brawlers Guild pre-patch, fun stuff to do. That'll actually probably be really fun and exciting. And of course, with the pre-patch, I think unlocks you can start unlocking housing decor, which means we can go into horrific visions and unlock housing decor. There's a lot more stuff to do, not just horrific visions. That's just an example of something you can do. But there'll be a lot more to do in a few weeks, essentially, than there is right now. I've been playing a little bit of classic hardcore just because it's kind of chill to do as far as it goes, especially especially today, really, today and yesterday, with Legion Remix keys being a little bit annoying to push and getting my character up to max level on beta, but now not having anything to really test until, of course, later today. So that's it for this one, though. Lots of different stuff going on. December is going to be really busy, I feel like, but we have a lot of stuff to look forward to. I messed around with the housing a little bit too, but I don't want to get into that. But yeah, for this video. But yeah, lots of stuff to do. Everything's looking very promising. I'm looking forward to a lot of things right now to be coming out. So that'll be it for this one, though, guys. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. It's free to do and it helps me out a lot. If you are already a subscriber, I encourage you to check out the Patreon. You can join for free. You can join as a paid supporter if you have that kind of money or whatever. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.